Ndate Lesiba, thank you very much for joining us this morning. So interest in this matter is very high, but is it of any consequence politically for Ace Magashule?
Yeah, you are faint for me, as I indicated earlier.
Okay.
The question is?
The question, Ndate Lesiba, is that, interest in this matter is very high. Hopefully you can hear me now. Are you there? Can you hear me? Is this audible for you?
Yeah, no, I can't hear you.
Okay. Ndate Lesiba will re-establish that connection. Are you there now? Can you hear me now? Oh, okay,
yes.
Great. So, interest around this case is quite high, but one wonders politically whether this is of any consequence for Ace Magashule.
It certainly is of consequence to Magashule, to the ANC, and to the country. I indicated earlier on, a limping ANC is not good for the country. So what is important is how this matter is going to be managed. Politically, yes, it has to be managed. Legally, let us be seen not to be interfering with the process, and let justice be seen in favor or against the accused. But as things stand right now, my sense is this matter needs to be properly managed. It has the potential to be a seismic shift. The ANC is a very, very, very fragile organization. And as a result, one is very concerned.
You speak of the fragility of the organization, and throughout the morning, our reporters outside the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court just keeping an eye out on developments where supporters of Mr. Magashule are concerned, painting a deeply divided picture of the ANC. My colleagues Pamandla Goge using the words battle lines have been drawn, and we go inside the court and you see the likes of Tony Yengeni as well as Mzwandile Masina standing up to offer him cheers, whereas other members of the party are saying, well, let this process run itself out so that the ANC can be cleansed. Going into the elections in 2021, what does this mean for this party?
Well, going to the elections, I'm not one who's very concerned about the South African electorate. I still believe the ANC will win, right? And I don't think the problem is the ANC. The problem is with the electorate, or the electorate is the problem. You cannot expect change, and at the same time you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It has done much, right, for Rich at least to have been out of office by now. But if you look at yesterday's outcome, I have no reason to believe that they would not get at least a majority. Yes, there is a shift here and there, I accept. And I see community-based and issue-based organizations and political parties emerge. And as a result, they will chip into their electoral base, but still they would win. But of course, long-term view is manage the situation if you want to retain power. But yes, they will retain power to the extent that there are still those who believe that the grants belong to the ruling party and not to the government. And indeed, by far the majority, when a liberation movement loses power, its stronghold is in the rural areas, because the first people you lose when you reach a certain stage as a liberation movement, especially after 20 years in power, you lose the metropoles. And we have experienced that 5 years ago, and we are shifting gradually even to the rural areas. Is it
fair to say here is somebody who is appearing in their personal capacity?
I'm to hear you. That occasionally I can hear you. Sometimes you just fade.
Oh, okay. Let's just work on re-establishing that connection so that we are able to bring proper quality to our viewers and we make your life a little bit easier. And therefore, let's just leave it there with you and